Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a little bit of a panic there as we hop into this one. A little bit of stream bullshittery. You know how it is when everything is live. You hate to see it. However, we're coming in. Ignite Uni. Ignite seem to be winning the pistol at this one, and they end up winning it as Chris decides he wants to get rid of Yuzo. So chat, how are we feeling? It's a good day today. How are we feeling? You know, we've got some pretty faces in the audience at the minute. It should be interesting to see. Yeah, it should be really interesting to see both of these teams at the minute. I know Ignite, the UKCS scene hasn't really had too much of a chance here in the SCL, but we're going to see if that can change today. As Chris should be the one to take first contact here from Sandbags coming against the Tech Knights, and he takes one, can't find a second. He's going to end up going down, although it's going to be the two Uni boys left coming up against the three Ignite boys as that bomb goes down. Crappy smoke, leaves a massive gap where the bomb is, but it's all down to Asu. 1v3 situation, Deagle in hand. We're going to see if something can happen here. They're not too aware that Ducky is all the way back in spawn. Asu's all the way back in spawn. Kind of considering it, but not really. As Arts cleans it up and gets the broom out and cleans this up. Ignite. They start this one off with a bang. They win the first two. You love to see it, forcing Uni back onto the pistols after pretty much two failed B attempts at the minute. We're going to be able to see if this Ignite team can hold this lead. I know last time we saw Inferno, it was Enigma Galaxy coming back from an early deficit to pull the game into overtime. As Storm takes a little bit of utility damage. Story pushes out, gets the tag on Arts. Blind still continues to push. Molly goes down. Molly's about 3, 4 of them. As Arts and Ducky take one each. Redog will pick up one piece in return. Will have to take on the MP9. Found through the wall. Chris just too good. Chris finds the second. Chris can he find the third in pit. Runs out of bullets. Pistol comes out and Chris gets the third. If I've seen a visual representation of someone shitting their pants, that's probably it. Running out of bullets on the MP9, finishing it off with the USPS Chris. That's a good play for him. A nice 3k for him. And he suddenly starts to get the snowball just a little bit, just going a little bit. And I think that's going to help out his case a lot more, especially in this game. Ignite pick up the first 3 early. As more utility damage and Ignite. Coolcoms takes one early. The AWPA for this Ignite team. He's a lovely guy, by the way. I didn't get a chance to speak to him this morning. I was having a... Speaking of Coolcoms, he goes down, forcing this to a 4v4. 120 left on the clock. No real map control at the minute for this Uni team. They're slowly starting to push towards this A side. Starting to slightly creep. As they're still pretty split, that Molly should go down to a little bit of damage. Dory takes a little bit as they drop off the banana hold, and looks like they're going to start going through these apartments here at the minute, seeing if they can find something. Although Ignite haven't considered the possibility of a rotate just yet. Still looking to contest banana as Yazo pushes out. Rotate comes across. Chris with the AWP in hand. One of the first choices. It's only good for one in that position. Lasmo takes 2, puts the numbers in. 2v3 situation for Ignite here. We're going to be able to see if something. Can't. Will get tagged, however. Down to 36 points of health. Chris gets his first kill. Redog finds Yazo. It's all down to Chris. 1v2. AWP in hand. We're going to see if he can find something. Just chilling at the graveyard. You know, like one of those edgy teenagers. One of those edgy teenagers that drinks at graveyards. Was anyone in chat one of those kids in high school? As Chris goes and loses the AWP, Dory may lose the AK here at the minute. saves the AWP. That's a hell of a play from Dory. But yeah, if anyone was one of those kids in high school who, you know, took the took a 4-pack of beer out to a graveyard. Yeah, if anyone was those kids in high school, it's pretty much Christian right there as he pulls out the Deagle, and it's going to be the Deagles coming up against the half full buy at the minute for Uni. They've got 3 AKs, a Mac-10 and an AWP. Pretty awkward buy at the minute, but you'd have to assume that Storm's decent with the Mac-10 as he gets an open, tags down Yazoo, he picks up 2, nice $1,200 for that young man, 3 HP however. Will opt for a Deagle. As Azu should be able to finds one. See that 150 cents there. Ah, it's peaks out at the right time, just can't get the kill. And it's all down the cool comms, 1v5. If I were him, I probably wouldn't go for this. I'd save the armor. Maybe look for an exit frag or 2. But you know, that's my personal opinion as a silver 3. Should be able to get at least maybe 1 or 2 here. Cool comms. Shoulder is seen. Will tag Lasmo, but will eventually go down to the AWP. Uni starting to slowly bring it back. 3-2 for those young boys. As they're in the server at the minute. Having a little bit of fun. As I think we all should be. Not really much to talk about here at the minute. Yeah. There hasn't really been anything spectacular when it comes to Inferno, and I think Inferno is starting to become the new mirage of Counter-Strike, let's be honest. A balanced map where it almost gets kind of predictable, but that's not predictable. Dory taking his own teammate down with one of those nades, and that nade comes in, does a little bit of damage to Dory. Smokes go out. Chris finds one. Spraying through the smoke. Chris will find a second. Chris find a third. Runs out of bullets as Cool Comms loses his life elsewhere. Redog picks up that AWP and decides he's going to run all the way home. You know what? I don't blame him. Smokes go out. Both sides. Ignite looking to keep Dory out of the contest here and force him to go all the way back home. Man, I've been screwing up these pronouns recently a lot. Like, I don't know if it's a big deal, but yeah, I keep screwing up the pronouns. It's not good. It's not good. Not good. But you know what isn't good at the minute? Uni, 1 man down, as they're looking to hit towards this apartment side here. In the form of Dory, Redog. They've got to deal with Ducky at the minute. Who, might have to go quack, quack, quack as flashes come out. And they do push onto this side. Are they expecting Ducky? Ducky, good for 1. Ducky, not good for a second. We'll get taken down by the AWP Arts. Tags Asu with the nade, but ends up losing his life. Redog. He's going to have to spot the shadow of Chris, and he does. Yazoo. So much work for this young man here. 2v1 situation as he's blind. Shooting for the peak. They know where he is. Molly goes down near the bomb. It's going to force Azu out of the fight. Azu loses his life. Smoke goes down. Redog doesn't expect the jump as Yazoo gets the kill. Should have the defuse. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be tight. As Yazoo diffuses that with ease. You love to see it. It's a good start for Ignite being able to sort of stabilize in the first gun round of the game. As both teams can buy up here, Ducky going to be left a little bit empty-handed. The only FAMAS for that CT side drew the short straw. As they're coming up against the AK set here for Uni, of course. Uni lose this one. They've got Red Dog that can buy again. As speaking of Red Dog, takes some molly damage as well as Lasmo. It looks to be an early B hit here. 130 seconds left. Everyone's blind. All over 2 rotates. Yazoo ends up losing his life. Get a little bit cheeky with it, but can't really. It's going to do even more damage. Flash goes out. Red Dog full blind through the smoke. Takes down Ducky. Red Dog keeps going for more. Tags it. Kills a second. Cool Comms goes down. Under the collar. Arts decides he's probably going to want to go home. Picks up York, something. However, he will find a bullet to the abdomen as Arts goes down. Uni. See, when Uni are winning these rounds, they're not only, winning the round, but they're also not letting Ignite save anything. I think it's a really big, important factor that we have to consider. The finish are just not letting these Brits save anything, and I'm not going to continue to make history jokes on casts, but I feel like it's a little bit expected for the Brits at the minute. just for someone to come in and leave. How good are these players? I know Ignite has a couple face at level 10s. I know they've got a few ESEA players. I think they're A- at the minute on ESEA, I'm not quite sure. I know Uni. I don't know too much about Uni. I'll have to be honest. Do you want to know how good these players are? Well, some of the best amateur talent in Europe at the minute, and I'm one lucky prick to be casting it, let's be honest here. As Uni look to be executing onto an MTB site and continue to use the utility with the pistol stacked on A. Can't pick up a second. Ducky will get moving. As Lasmo gets a bit of a trade. Yazzo loses his life. As Ducky might have to go save that AK-47. If I were him, I would not be taking that fight against Lasmo at the minute. Catches the AK out in the open and Ducky drops it. It's cool com. Got some work to do if they want to try recover the AK. Maybe find a second. We don't quite know. Cool comms does recover the AK and decides he wants to have a bit of a go. As Ignite come out of this one with an AK, and Uni only lose one life, which can be easily rebought. Red Dog, Storm, Dory, Asu, Lasmo all have enough money, but Ignite looking short on the funds. Definitely would not see if they could pay for the date at the minute. But yeah, Uni, they're looking strong. They're going blow for blow at the minute with Ignite, and it's really good to see early games go blow for blow on Inferno. It's a map where in the SCL we've seen a lot of these maps eventually be blown out, and it's just not good. It's just not good. Let's be honest. It's just not too fancy, not too dandy, As Arts, he's got some. One can't find a second. Dory, it snaps onto his head and gets rid of him. Beautiful from Dory there to find the head. One tap, all he needs. As Ducky finds a kill, picks up an AK. 2 AKs recovered for this Ignite side. Cool comms. Is he good enough to repel this execute at the minute? Finds one, drops the bomb. Lasmo gets the trade, although Ducky has some work to do. Lasmo found through the wall. 1v1 situation. Ducky, Red Dog. Who's going to come out on top as Red Dog looks like he wants to go around the world and head towards his A side here. Ducky probably realizes, shit, I'm in the wrong class, muse, my bad. It's a beautiful gamma Doppler for Red Dog as he puts the digits in.
Bomb has been planted.
Ducky to be coming from mid to see if can possibly take the fight on Red Dog. Of course, bomb is planted for Library at the minute. Ducky might have a bit of a clue of this, where Red Dog could be hiding. Some utility goes out, Red Dog decides, alright, that's enough, I've got to deal with it. Although no kit at the minute for Ignite. Don't want to lose the AK Ducky as he decides to get out of there. Found through the wall. Beautiful shot, Red Dog. Beautiful shot. That's a beautiful shot. Not really much else I can say apart from that's a beautiful shot, because that's a beautiful shot. That's why we love Counter-Strike. As we're sticking to the 3-2 that we've become accustomed to on this Inferno site. Cool Comms being the key rotate player. Footsteps from Uni heard as that bomb gets dropped on the ground. Lots of noise from these Uni boys, although no rotates have been pulled just yet. Smoke is down. Chris spraying through the smoke. Isn't able to get the trade going on there. Bit of a slow game here. I'm not gonna lie. Bit of a slow game. And I may as well apologise early on for any sniffling. It's currently spring in Oceania, and I do get some pretty bad hay fever. It's just not good, eh? It's just not good. Hay fever sucks, man. Like, imagine just getting attacked by little particles you can't see. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna be real here. It's just infuriating. Like, why has it got to be like this? Like, I was at peace with the world, right? And then spring came around. Like, just ain't good. Yazoo picks up 2, however. Chris, good for 1. As Lasmo can't get the 1v4, but will take 1 down with him. Lasmo takes the aggressive AWP angle. Arts gets tagged. Cool Comms will respond and does get the frag. Banana control going on here. Red Dog being tagged through the smoke. He's going to end up losing a little bit of his precious HP. That's Cool Comms. Cool under fire. He's going to get Molotoved off the angle, but does take a second with him on this round. 3v5 at the minute as they look to aggress onto this A site. Although they are holding 2 towards the B site. They haven't drawn over the rotation just yet. They seem to be heading towards Archer's side. Smoked out Library, Cool Comms. We'll throw a molly down in and a nade in response. As Uni look to be looking around, scratching their heads, seeing how they're going to take on this. Arts, beautiful shot. Cool Comms responds to tags at the last minute. He picks up 3 on the round. That's a good round from the AWPer for the Brits. As Ignite put up 6. Heavy battle here coming in for Banana as Ignite pick up 3. Yazoo and Chris getting a few between the two of them as Lasmo left once again. He's going to get mollied down, hiding in the smoke. Flash goes out as he looks to take a fight. Can't really get anything going. Arts, Ducky both down to the 10s. But Ignite win that one. And the economy for Uni not looking too good. 3,800 the max there, not enough for an AK and armor. With a little bit of util. It looks like Red Dog will opt for the util. We're seeing an R8 come out. Oh no. An R8's in play. Oh dear. Oh dear. The rifle for 800 bucks has come out. Oh no. As they look to be leaning towards this A side early. They give up Archer's control, however, they are stacking 3 on lane at the minute. Art's good for 2. Ducky picks up 2 of his own, one with the molly, one with the AK. As Chris comes in from the side to sweep up and Ignite, win the half, although there's a few more rounds to go as they've put up 8 rounds early on. Now listen, I'm not saying anything, but last time it was 8-5. I called overtime and it was correct, so looks like we're going to be here for a little while, boys. We're going to be here for a little bit, so I hope you guys brought some popcorn, maybe a nice drink. That's true, you should play in the cash comps. Honestly, Lind, any level at the minute is good enough to play in the cash cups and try to compete, although might not have too much fun. There's no minimum skill level to compete, you just sort of have to have a little bit of the drive and the grit. Just have to deal with a couple losses. You boys in the league have had to deal with a few losses, and that's just not fun to deal with. It's alright, Lind, if it makes you feel any better, LEM is 10 times higher than I'll ever get to, so I think you'll be okay against some of these boys. I'm not saying I'm good or anything, but like, I could take a few of these boys. Chris gets 2 arts, good for 1, as Ducky decides he wants to hold this one. Lasmo, all by himself, can only get the 1, as Ducky decides he wants to clean this one up. I'm not saying anything, but I reckon I could take a few of the Kekishmeki boys. Maybe at once. As the timeout comes for Uni as we head into round 15, maybe sort of dealing with some of the money issues that they've got at the minute. 3,400 average in the bank as Red Dog has already invested. Already spent his 3,400. Waiting on Ignite to unpause here at the minute. Maybe they don't realise what's going on. As now they do. Unpause has come in as we look to see how this how the end of this half shapes up. Coolcoms gets the opening pick on Dory. Dory, unfortunate there as they were starting to push second mid, hadn't realised that the mid push Coolcoms takes a little bit of damage on the peak. Not enough to kill him, but just enough to force him off the angle as he pushes back to hold a more passive angle, which Ignite are hoping their AWPer Should be able to hold the Storm. Pushes up a bit aggressive. Ducky just snaps to the head. Beautiful shot from that young man. As we see a 3v5. Uni, once again, lacking in manpower. As they lean towards A here, coming into the duo stack. Yazoo and Chris, both of these guys have been dominant for most of the game at the minute. Chris finishes the smoke, good for 2. Red Dog will end up getting Chris, but Yazoo closes it out. Beautiful half from these Ignite boys, 10-5. As we head to the second half. Now, what I want to say is, my brain was hacked, so when I call overtime, that wasn't me. Oh, it's almost like my pick'ems all over again. Who had bad pick'ems? That's what I want to know. Like, who had really bad pick'ems? Best game of the evening? Nuke Road vs Lag. Nuke Road had an absolute banger of a match yesterday. I don't think people were talking about that game. Enigma Galaxy came in. They were probably one of the better teams in Europe at the time. They took it to double overtime. Nuke Road took them to double overtime for a team of puggers. Beautiful shot from Dory. Finds the head of Arts. Finds the head of Chris's Arts. Finds the head of Dory. All down to Azu. 1v3 situation. Pistols in hand. Bullets in ahead. Arts. Come on, man. 3 kills in the pistol. That's just not fair. You gotta leave some kills for the rest of your teammates. As he immediately invests into an AK. Galil's come out for Ignite as they're looking to put their studs into the throat of Uni. We're going to be able to see if Uni has enough to come back as they get 2 MP9s, a CZ, and Deagle coming out. Full city utility for Red Dog. Ducky, very good player. Storm, hiding with his... I got some pick'ems. Oh, my pick'ems are bad. I had Astralis going 3-0, man. Oh, I thought Astralis were going to be good. They just got bullied. Ducky, finds 1. Can't find a second. Azu decides he wants to deal with him. Out back. Doesn't forget the phone book. There's Yazoo. Here's footsteps. Already good enough to end up taking the fight. Little bit sloppy. 6 HP left for that young man as that bomb looks to be heading towards his A site.
Bomb has been planted.
And Cool Comms joining his best friend Yazoo in the pit. As Azu grabs whatever he can and decides that he wants to have a bit of a nap at spawn, and I don't blame him. I'd fancy a bit of a nap right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'd love a little bit of a cheeky nap. Cool Comms just practicing his tracking at the minute. As this bomb is set to go off. Yazoo loses his life to the bomb, unfortunately. Charles has been pretty bad, yeah, but I didn't expect him to go 0-3 in the challenges. Like, for heck's sake, the Renegades went to the challenges, and the Renegades are the top team in the Oceania region, which is my region. Like, we suck at Counter-Strike. Oh, Tyloo did better than them. Tyloo were Tyloo. Beautiful shot from Yazoo to find the header, Red Dog. Storm playing close up on the side. Gonna get spotted. Chris deals with it accordingly. Ducky got 2 on the round. Chris decides he wants to join in as well, taking 2. Yazoo gets 1 elsewhere. Quick B aggression here. Nade damage for both sides. Traded out. Storm on 19 points of health. That nade and that molly doing a little bit of damage. Chris Burns in it. Azu picks up two. One with the molly, one with the M4. It's a 4v2 at the minute. Ignite, seeing if they can find something. Ducky ends up going down. Arts extremely low as Doreen. Just cleans it up. Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper from the back. You love to see it from her. I don't know, man. Pronouns are weird. Ignite just better. Well, it's been a pretty close game. Ignite have, while they're winning rounds, they're not winning them convincingly. They're winning them, with 1 to 2 guys left majority of the time. Do not take that bet, please. Please do not take that bet. Because Uni are going to have a hard time coming back. Unless you know something that we don't, Orchid. What's going on, man? We're talking a little bit of I power situation. Smoke's come out for this B side here. He execute for Ignite. Bomb goes down. Azu does take 2 for the price of 1. Ducky, a little bit of team damage as Ducky ends up finding the kill. Cool Comms puts the digits in as all 4. Uni boys seem to be heading up from Banana. What do you think about it, right? Kids in Uni don't get enough access to the room. Like, just think about it, right? Kids don't get enough access to fruit. That's why, they mainly turn to some tuna noodles. Dory hops onto the bomb. As Red Dog and Dory get 1 each to save this round for Uni at the minute, and they put up 7. Glitch Tech showing some love to their fellow Englishmen as they look to be exploding out of apartments at the minute. Chris, Scene, Dory, only good for 1 Ducky. We'll get a trade as it looks like Dory will end up going down. Lasmo looking like Red Dog only takes 2. Arts gets the trade. Arts in a 2v1 situation does pick up an AK for his troubles. He's going to want to see if he can make a play happen here. Both coming from Arch side. As his bomb goes down. Not much room and time. 4 Arts to deal with. Beautiful shot from Lasmo with a USPS. If Ignite loses game with the new I buy power. Yeah, well, that means Orchid's bet's right. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to support his gambling addiction by letting him be right. Slow map control being gained here by Ignite. They're taking it a little bit slower than usual as Chris finds a fight early in bedroom. Normally those bedroom fights happen with your girlfriend, but that's okay as Lasmo finds Chris in the stairs. 4v5 at the minute. Nade does a little bit of damage to Ducky and Arts. As I'm starting to lose my voice just the tiniest bit. Sorry about that. 5v4, 1 minute to play. No, they have what it takes to even it up. They do. Cool comms is cool, calm, and collected. Dory finds the head of Arts. Ducky slowly pushing up, slowly seeing if he'll be able to find something. As Uni push over, looking to be 3v3 on the site. Red Dot goes down early. Ducky 6 points he'll end up going down. Dory's going to be traded. Yazzo gets the trade. 2v2 at the minute. Yazzo stops planting the bomb to deal with Storm. He's down to 9 points of health. Here's my voice, yeah. Asu. Spotted the head. Yes, he has. Yazoo. 9 points of health. Beautiful 2v1 clutch for that young man. Give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. That's a good clutch from him. You know, we've seen Yazoo step up in some of the situations that they've had today, and he's been a really big impact on this Ignite side, a real thorn for this Uni team, and he just continues to show it. Only 18 kills on the day. He's not being spectacular at the minute, but he's definitely putting in the shift. Definitely putting in a shift that you love to see from clutchers such as him. I didn't know his word was. As Lasmo gets the pick on Ducky, he loses his life to the boost. What's going on here at top mid? Leaves Cool Comms in a 1v3 situation. Spotted. Gonna get sprayed down by a pistol. Cool Comms has some picks to find. Finds one. Cool Comms. Do they line up for him like a shooting gallery? Can't find the second, as Lasmo will end up getting rid of Cool Comms. Ignite 14, Uni 9. Little bit of a comeback coming on here. We're gonna see if Uni has what it takes to get a comeback. Yeah, I'm about to lose my voice. I've been talking too much. Hopefully that's a little better. If not, deal with it. No. It's a bit awkward. As Lasmo gets one, Arts places extremely aggressive on this banana side, ends up losing his life for his aggression. Yazzo continuing the fight, the good fight. Ducky finds one with the deagle. Tags down Storm low. Ducks finds a second. Lasmo peeks out with a nade. Nade that can't quite clutch. Red Dog pushes through with the MP9 and gets the frag. Leaves Chris all by himself. Three finds one. Takes down Dory down to 12 points of health. Dory goes in. Has to take on two. Can't find any as Dory gets revenge. And Uni put up 10. Uni are going to keep fighting here. Heavy utility war here on Banana. We're going to be able to see who ends up winning that. Looks to be a stalemate at the minute as Ducky loses his life early on the bit of a pixel gap. As Stormy straight pushes down Banana, picks up an early one, burning in the own Molotov. Spraying through the smoke, Yazzo down to 42 points of health. Beautiful timing there with the M5A1S by Storm. I just hope this game doesn't go to overtime. Cast's voice is gonna last the night. I should be okay. I should be okay. Hopefully. I'd hope so. You'd hope I'd be okay. As Lasmo should take the fight here on Asks. And does. Cool Comms spots the shot. We'll have to end up dropping. Asu loses his life. Yazzo 12 points of health, has a few to deal with. Yazzo will find a second. He's done more than enough. A storm. What the hell is that? The hell is a night level? As we've got Uni Esports in the chat. I thought you guys were playing. What's going on here, Buster? No, what the hell is Night Lavelle? Is that like a band or something? I don't know. I hope it's not something bad. I hope you're just not secretly insulting me. Just find out it's a European way to call someone an idiot. Alright, I'm impressed. As Asu gets an early pick, Storm, Asu, vertical grinder, Storm picks up 3, 1 through the smoke, as there's one left to deal with. Chris, full grind, harassed with utility, and Storm will pick up a 4th on fire. That is a beautiful round from that young man. Give yourself a pat on the back, that's brilliant. That is brilliant, that. Orchid, what's going on here, man? Are you insulting me? I should be okay. I'll get a strepsils or something. I'll get like a, you know, one of those throat lozenges that soothes your throat. Isn't fun. Lasmo down to 9 points of health early on. Hey man, thanks, how are you? Got a little bit of SCL royalty in the chat. A rapper, okay. Do I have to start rapping? If I have to start rapping, I don't think I'm gonna do too hard. Flash goes through. There's Asu. Might find Chris here and drops the bomb. That's brutal. That is the real Mad Max Counter-Strike. The real Mad Max. I don't believe it as well. I'm surprised. Oh, it's a fake Mad Max. Alright, hold on. Don't worry about it. As Ignite. Looking to see if they could stop the bleeding. Yeah, this is the best of 1. All of the public division games are best of 1. You get 8 games to prove that you are the best. You know, we see some teams who are pretty good but don't get the win, and that's all that really matters in the end when we're looking for playoff spots. You know, it's going to come down to essentially is Red Dog only good for 1 in that position. Lasmo, 9 points of health, crosshair right on him. Not going to take the shot though, was Lasmo. Orp in hand. Gonna see if he can find just a little bit of space to work with as his 2 teammates are coming out from laneway. Gonna have to deal with that first. Not an easy task as Ducky finds one. Cool Comms finds another. Ignite. Do they win a round and do they stop the bleeding? So much work to prevent this. Finds 2. Azu nearly clutches at Yazoo. Stops the bleeding. Oh, I had a heart. Oh my god. I need a break. Oh my lord. Ignite really fumbled the bag, man. Ignite they really nearly fumbled the bag, and you hate to see it. As Uni can't continue to plunge the studs into the neck of Ignite. As Ignite, 1 round away from winning this one and allowing me to go get the throat lozenge. Lasmo mollied off the angle. Lasmo, no smoke, no plan. Beautiful to take 2 as Red Dog's going to continue to push. Arts not expecting it, and he's going to end up going down. Ignite look to make the right call here. If they went a little bit quicker, they'd be able to catch the B site with only the 1 person here. However, they're going to opt to set up for the utility, and they will be taking on the weaker side at the minute. Only 2 on the site. Red Dog down to 20 points of health. Good for 1. Azu helps him find the second. Azu finds it. Chris ends up finding 2 in return. All down to this man in a 1v3 at the minute.
Bomb has been planted.
There's Chris, 10 points of health. 3 to find, 2 to find actually. A little bit of quick maths from Chris. Decides he's going to end up getting rid of one as Dory will come back and get a bomb defusal. Beautiful, beautiful. Plunging studs into the neck. Yeah, have you never heard that saying? That's a saying. Let's set up some. Have you never heard the saying studs into the neck? I think that just might be an Australian thing. It's what happens when playing football or I know I'm gonna say the S word, guys. Close your ears. Soccer. You know, you're playing rugby or you're playing football and someone steps on your neck. It's a little bit mean, a little bit of a killing blow. You know, that's kind of what it means in Australia, at least. I've realised I use a lot of Australian slang that just the rest of the world doesn't use, and it just sucks because I'm like, some of these sayings are cool as, like the saying punching down. Like, I heard that one today was not used all over the world, and it's like, what's going on here? This is ridiculous. How has no one ever punched down before in other countries except Australia? Anyway, my rant about Australia and our beautiful sayings is over, as Ignite decide they're going to see if they can sneak their way onto A. Doree gets an opener. Red Dog and Doree lose their life. Chris and Coolcom's doing majority of the work. Lasmo seems to be challenging. Can't find anything. Here's the bomb go down, however. Uni 3v4 on the retake. 1 round away. Come on, Ignite. Let me get a throat lozenge. Lasmo taking it from this laneway position. Asu loses his life. All thanks to Chris. It's all down to Lasmo. 1v4. Can't get anything done as Chris gets an easy 4k for that young man. Well done to him as Ignite take our first map of the day. I'm going to go get a throat lozenge, everybody. You better go get some popcorn, maybe a nice beverage for our second game, because it's going to be an absolute banger.